Dutch Liberation Day. Merkel says Germany has eternal responsibility for Nazi crimes. In a virtual speech, Angela Merkel has warned that the memory of the crimes committed by the Nazis in Europe must be kept alive. This is Germany's eternal responsibility, she said.
Here's a summary of the article.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel gave an online speech on Wednesday to mark 76 years since the Netherlands was liberated from Nazi occupation. Merkel initially planned to give the speech last year on the 75th anniversary, but the coronavirus pandemic forced her to postpone the event. Merkel recalled the atrocities committed by the Nazis, who murdered 3/4 of the Jewish population in the Netherlands, more than in any other country in Western Europe. Merkel held virtual discussions with students on the meaning of freedom along with Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte. Merkel lauds European solidarity amid pandemic. During her speech, Merkel also highlighted Europe's current challenges in freedom and fundamental rights posed by the coronavirus crisis. The Dutch broadcaster NOS reported Merkel was asked to give the lecture on Liberation Day because, according to the National Committee for 4 and 5 May, a Dutch authority for war monuments and memorials, she is steeped in history and has been committed to peace, freedom and stability in Europe for many years.
This post received a score of 12,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Headline: Merkel says Germany has eternal responsibility for Nazi crimes. Actual words in the article. The Chancellor stressed that the memory of the crimes committed by the Nazis in Europe must be kept alive. This is Germany's eternal responsibility, she said via video from Berlin.
Eternal responsibility to avoid the past's mistakes seems noble and a much better way to report this.
It's a noble sentiment, but it would be nice if they would play a bigger role in actually helping other nations avoid going down the path of genocide. I know it's not their responsibility, but I think they could be really helpful.
It's shocking how much people have forgotten that there are dire consequences to stereotyping and demonizing an entire ethnic group as greedy hoarders secretly controlling our banking and media institutions.
What's really shocking is the number of genocides we've had since the Holocaust and continue to have, usually while the world just watches. That's what I was referring to.
The Holocaust had nothing to do with why the Allies fought the Nazis. If Hitler hadn't invaded Poland and continued with the Holocaust, the world would have just watched. No one has ever started a war to end a genocide, and odds are no one is ever going to start a war to end a genocide.
In the UK we get taught in school that we went to war with Germany to save the Jews and prevent Germany conquering the world, and that if we lost, everyone would be speaking Germany right now and we'd be saying Heil Hitler every morning in class. We wouldn't. Germany was apathetic to the UK initially, and even after we declared war, they wanted to return our absolute monarchy and let us keep our empire. We'd still be speaking English and it would still probably be the language of international trade, etc. Really fucking weird way to say the UK was scared of Germany dominating the Europe.
As others have said, and to make sure this is not twisted, the crimes are not Germany's eternal responsibility. But, remembering the crimes committed by Germany will always be Germany's responsibility. The quote is, as directly translated German to English as I can. Broken.
I mean, it's right there in the Reddit title. DW misrepresented her statement, but OP paraphrased her quote properly.
Still, I appreciate the clarification. The tertiary source can faithfully represent the secondary source, sure, but if the secondary source is misleading, and thus the tertiary too, then I want to see the primary source for comparison. I can appreciate both the title and the clarifying reply.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.